everyone. In today's business strategy tip of the day, I want to talk about the most important thing you can do to get or keep control of your life and business. If you feel like you've lost control and things are falling through the cracks, or snowballing or spiraling out of control, or just getting out of hand and it's making you anxious, this will bring your control and power back to you. Or if things seem pretty smooth rolling, this will help you keep it that way. Almost 4 years ago, back in February of 2013, I was starting a new business that I was really excited about. I already had another online business by this time, but there was a lot I still needed to learn. It had been a while since I had set up a website, and I didn't yet know much about SEO, backlinks, article marketing, guest posting, and all that stuff. So I had a lot to learn and a lot to do. So naturally, I was overwhelmed and dealing with a lot of stress. But instead of pacing myself and taking the time to let go of that stress through other means, I took the approach of plowing through my tasks. I worked harder and longer than I ever had before to keep things rolling. And in my mind, I was happy. Sure, it was a lot of work, but I loved it. But I was working so hard that the people in my life started telling me to slow it down a little. And of course, I didn't listen. I ignored the stress and overwhelm, and I just kept my mind focused on getting the work done. Now, that may sound to you like true commitment to my goal, business, and passion. And I'm sure many of you take the same approach every day. Your thoughts may go something like, I have a lot to do and I'm stressed. Oh, well, the only way to deal with that is to keep my nose to the grindstone and start tackling that to-do list. And you'd probably enjoy it like I did. But that stress took its toll. Because I didn't deal with it daily, or really at all, and I just kept moving forward without a real break, I ended up getting so sick that my body forced me to take a few days off and relax. My stomach felt terrible, and I stared at my computer screen so much and so intently for months that I couldn't see straight and had some serious headaches. All I could do was lie down and do nothing. And soon after that, I burnt out and lost my drive. I ended up taking the next corporate job that fell in my lap, which ended up being a decision that has benefited me in many ways. But I was burnt out for almost 2 years. You know how when you stub your toe and it bruises, and then you forget about it and accidentally stub it a few more times and it gets worse? Stress is like that. It starts small, and if it's ignored instead of released, it grows and it starts to underlie almost all aspects of your life. It affects your health, and it almost becomes a part of your personality. You start thinking in terms of limitations instead of creatively, you become more irritable, and as a result, you start treating people more aggressively. Often the people who are closest to you and who support you and who you can really hurt. Stress starts small, and then it grows till it gets out of hand and takes control of your entire life, if you don't make the conscious and daily effort to let go of it. So today's business strategy tip of the day is do your best to feel good and let go of the stress that you have. We all have little things in our business and also in our lives that can cause us stress that we then ignore as we try to focus on moving forward with our tasks and our goals. But you have to let that stress go and try to relax it. Otherwise, leaving it there will just allow it to grow bigger and take over most of your life. You don't have to let go of the stress completely, but put in the effort to relax it a little before proceeding with your day. You can do that by listening to relaxing music, meditating, journaling, going to your favorite coffee shop for an hour and just sitting, anything that puts you in a mode where you can relax, gently process, or daydream. So give it a try and see how much better you respond to the world and how much better the world responds back to you. Thanks for listening.